Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your ambitious Game Master Tom, and this is episode 41, The Deafening. We are excited to have you here. I'm joined by a great group of players and Christopher, and we are excited to play and have some fun and see what happens. Jeremy just did a long, full recap of all of our adventures so far this season, so if you're looking to get caught up, you can check that out. It's on the podcast and on the videos, and that'll about 10, 12 minutes or so get you caught all the way up to everything we've done to this point. I will admit, as I'm hearing you do that, Jeremy, I feel like I want to be a CNN debater, and then after a while say, you have 2 minutes. And then after a while, Wizard Zaldor, I'm going to have to cut you off there. Sir Yannick, your rebuttal. Well, I admire my wizard friend, but I'm going to disagree on the adventure. That's what it feels like to me.
Your thoughts.
I wanted to say, for those of you rule lawyers out there, I am keenly aware of the concept of line of effect, and that should have totally got in the way of Hemlock last episode with the door closing, I think, with the invisibility sphere, but it's pretty damn fun, and blood magic inside a blood magic castle, things just happen. So we're gonna let the sphere go through the door because I think that's cooler.
Fun trumps rules any day.
Says the lady who also works in blood magic. Yes. Yes. All right, I am joined here by a crew of folks, and let's have a little answer to a question, and we're going to start with Galen. Galen is a human thaumaturge, like a supernatural swordsman. Galen, what is the best or worst, your choice, part of adventuring in the kingdom of Thave?
Oh, best or worst?
Best or worst, your choice. What's the best or worst for adventuring?
The best for Galen is that there are all kinds of new secrets and magics being experienced here that he'd never imagined. This corruption we've encountered, the blood magic, the different cultures, and so his mind is being opened in strange new ways, and he really likes it.
Ooh, all right. Sitting over from you is the bard Jericho, a gnome. What is the best or most challenging thing about adventuring in the kingdom of Thave?
Well, that's easy. I came to Thave looking for my very best friend Dash, and this is where I lost him. And I got stuck with some old fart who's fallen in love with a blood witch.
All right.
That's a gross over-exaggeration.
I'm in the private speak to the camera booth, and you're not here.
He's in the confessional.
Use present tense, please.
All right, let's go to Zaldor, our human wizard. Same question. Best or worst challenge dealing with adventuring in Thave?
Yeah, it's Zaldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, and Keeper of the Wind Spheres, of course, as we spoke about.
Where are those wind spheres?
In the Thousand Isles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where they are. Thank you for confirming. There's been a bit of challenge in all of Thave. I would say the most dangerous and or difficult part would be negotiating Galen, trying to keep him from killing all of our allies. It seems to be a 24-hour prospect every time. Anytime we pick up anyone who we're working with, whether they're keepers of manticores or whether they're blood witches guiding us through the town, he always wants to kill everyone that's not us. It's a bit of a fascist thing.
He's a sleeper agent! Kill him!
He's in the confessional, leave him alone.
This was a safe space. It's a safe space.
All right.
I thought so. I'm less
Next
sure
to
now.
you is our human champion, Sir Yannick.
He said so.
Same question.
As I've been traveling through Thave and being exposed to blood magics and whatnot, my mind has become more and more closed on the wickedness and evilness that this place is, and that we must destroy these blood magics. So it's been terrible.
But I'm the bad one!
All right, and next to you is Hemlock, a fetchling, kind of like a gaunt figure who's a gunslinger. Same question to you.
I hate this bloody sand. It gums my weapons.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. I'm going to be picking sand out of my crack for years.
All right.
Bloody sand out of your crack.
All right, and that's our adventuring crew, but we still need one more answer of the best part of adventuring in Thave from Kenet. This is a venerated human or Thavian human witch who has joined the group. What's the best part of adventuring in Thave or adventuring with these buddies of yours?
Not best or worst. Best.
Yes. What's the best part of adventuring with these rapscallions?
The best part of adventuring with them? Their eventual conversion.
Okay.
That doesn't sound so bad.
I'm liking this one.
Do you mean to the metric system? Because
Fantastic.
it seems reasonable.
All right. I think with that, we will start to get this adventure underway, mainly because I think this is going to be the best adventure yet. But before that happens, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
Kenet helped us dive into the well below the Market of Stars. The guards were still behind us. They were still trying to follow us. Zeldor did his best to disguise our way through using magic, which probably was a bad choice in hindsight, as they were all looking for anything other than blood magic, and started following us down the well into these really, really dark tunnels. Yonix the Shield, he's used to protecting everybody and keeping everyone safe. He's also used to leading the way, so he chose to. The thing is, he couldn't see. And what he could see, he didn't understand and couldn't find. And the long, thin, dark, black tunnels that we went through, Kenet, who was supposed to be guiding us, wasn't. She was in the middle. Being kept safe, of course, and being kept watch, but not able to lead the way. Jericho tried for a hot second, couldn't do it either. We did hear the guards starting to follow up behind us when we finally, when I say we, I mean Yannick, finally relented to let Kenet lead the way. Kenet started feeling and tracing the walls, causing a lot of suspicion in the whole group of she was leaving trails behind and scraping her way through the different moss that was there, but did actually find the way out of this labyrinth that we were underneath the castle. She also encountered a door, a way to get finally inside that was protected by magic, a very, very dangerous magic that she set herself hundreds of years ago, actually. So good for us, she was able to disarm that and help get us inside. There were other dangers inside, including other guards that we worked on hiding from and keeping ourselves invisible from. Not entirely possible, as we crawled ourselves up into the guards' chambers when we finally got out of the tunnels. We fought our way through them, and actually, with some fantastic illusory magic from Galen, were disguised as Queen Shades. All but Jericho, of course, who will never look like a Queen Shade. So we kept him as an ongoing prisoner, and of course Kenet as herself. Working our way through the temple, the tower, the keep that used to be Kenet's old stronghold, she was leading the way to get us on her one mission, was to get to the Ashen Queen to destroy her. When we made it to where the royal chambers were going to be, we found out she wasn't there. There was a servant passing by carrying a whole bunch of chains and scars on his face, cuts from, seemed like fresh wounds from creatures, who told us that she was likely down below where a lot of her work had been. But we were already at the royal chambers, so before heading down to find her and continue with that mission, we also had this side mission provided by Callian Varro to hide the dagger inside her jewel box, in her hutch, in her chambers, so that it can be discovered at a later time. No reasons for why, but Callian Varro said it, and we're pretty good at following orders. So we worked our way and talked our way past the guards to get to the princess's chambers. It was also magically locked and physically locked. With the help of Jericho and Hemlock, they were dispelled and unlocked, and we walked our way in under the invisibility sphere of Zeldor, Wizard of the Seventh Tower, Keeper of the Wind Spears of the Thousand Isles. But the princess was still in her room. So what do? Do we lock the door behind us and leave it, or do we try to sneaky get the dagger in the jewelry box? Hemlock's pretty good at being sneaky, and we're really, really good at what we do now. So that's what he does. He sneaks in. He gets the dagger inside the jewelry box, inside the hutch, completely undetected, until he tries to leave. Then he's detected. He makes too much noise. She hears him, doesn't see him, still invisible, but does notice the open door suddenly that wasn't that way before, and closes it with him inside. Us on the outside, including Kenet, who sees her face and notices that this is the princess of the Ashen Queen, her sworn enemy, who she's here to destroy, and everyone that she loves and cares about and is related to her, including now a new princess. Kenet will not let it stand, will not stay quiet, will not stay hidden, and sends her minion towards the door after her so that she can attack her. Yannick does his best to grab Kenet to stop her from casting a spell, while Hemlock does the same thing to the princess on the other side.
Nope.
He doesn't. I lied to you about that one. We'll see what happens next. Maybe I'm speaking to the future. But that is where we left off. Literally invisible for a hot second unless there is a aggressive action, and then ready to go. So with that, on the last episode ever, let the adventure begin.
And then
This cold look I get from Chris.
I took her out to a nice steak dinner.
Our view is of the city of Tavernry on the glistening Horn River. The half-elven barges slowly make their way to Mirskan and back. But our view leaves this faraway home and races south, faster and faster, over the fields of southern Navarre, past the tall trees of Fenmara Woods, past the rust-colored river known as the Red, over the endless sea of rolling sand dunes that dominate the landscape of Thave, across a massive road that heads east to the grand city of Kassir, over the great walls, and to the dark, towered castle known as the Queen's Spire. There, our view shows dozens and dozens of guards, even more members of the Queen's army, and the red-cloaked assassins known as the Queen's Shades, gathering before the front and rear entrances of the castle, all on high alert. The massive black iron gates slam shut as final orders are barked out to protect the castle. The Ashen Queen has spoken. She knows something is wrong in the city this night. Our view flies up and up, high over the city to the tower atop the castle. We push through a window and see a magical blue portal where mysterious figures enter, only to be transported to some far distant place. Our view races through a hallway and down endless spiraling stairs to find the Queen herself agitated and ordering her attendants to finish their critical work. There is frustration and uncertainty in her voice that worries the servants hearing her echoes through the halls. Our view moves past more corridors and entryways in this old castle until coming upon a richly appointed bedroom with the door open. Here, Hemlock has snuck into the princess's chamber with invisibility and planted a dagger in a jewelry box. A special request to place this dagger from the diviner Calian Varro. If her portents are true, perhaps this single act will change Varen's future. But it is the hero's future that are now in jeopardy. They are far from home. An annoyed princess stands in the doorway to her bedroom. Just outside of it in the hallway, the heroes and the old witch Kenet stand mere feet away, but cloaked by an invisibility sphere. The princess has heard one too many sounds. She feels something is amiss. But everything is now quiet. A silent scuffle between the heroes and the old witch snaps the princess's head to the right, but all she sees is an empty corridor, and not the grim faces of the intruders right before her. Not seeing anything, she furrows her brow and casts a spell. Kenet goes to say something. Yannick cuts her off with a hand over her mouth. Galen puts a sword to her throat. Zaldor, you feel resistance against your magic coming from the princess. First a pulling sensation, and now a shaking to the invisibility sphere itself. The young witch is attempting to dispel that which she cannot see.
Let her do it.
You hold out your old hand to resist her and clench your fingers. You feel your invisibility vibrating, ready to crumble and reveal you all. But it holds. The princess lowers her hands, and her spell fades, and again, she looks down both sides of the corridor.
What can Kenet do? Bond. I would like to try and break free of our bond.
You have a world of options available to you. What would you like to do? You're at least level 5. You can do something.
All right.
I got a whole list of Pathfinder actions if you want to look at it.
Yes, so Mac, just keep in mind you have the condition of mouth detained.
Mouth is detained.
Yannick would be trying to move silently, well, staying as still as he can because he's the loudest, and keeping her as, like, if he thinks he can whisper, I command you to silence, he will, but otherwise, yeah, he's holding her and restraining her.
I command you to kiss my ass.
So you have her extremely close.
Just in a nice warm hug.
What do you whisper just into her ear, about 1.5 feet away from the princess?
I command you to silence.
You get a glaring look, and then she tries to break free of your grip.
All right. Make an athletics roll. Kenet, I have no idea what the hell's going to happen here. Make an athletics roll versus your athletics plus 10.
28.
28 is your DC, Kenet.
Okay. That's that. So action 1.
Action 1.
Is a fail.
All right, she is struggling.
Didn't say the number. Damn it.
What number was it?
I rolled a 7.
So was it a critical fail?
No.
Okay.
Is it though?
I won't lie. That I won't do.
All right, so she's like grabs onto your hand, starts pulling aggressively and really wrenching hard.
I am a statue of serene, unbreathing calmness as I just continue to death grip upon her, waiting for the princess to...
Cassier's marble form.
Yes.
In a repeat of the last episode.
Hold on, before you do that, the princess then says, "Are you there?" yelling down the corridor. Go ahead.
I command my familiar to bonk against the door violently.
I have it in my hand.
Do you?
Oh, yes. I
Okay.
grabbed the
Then
familiar.
it is trying to get out of his grasp.
Okay. Does it have any stats?
Yes, it does. All of mine and then some.
All right.
Oh, that's
not cool.
good.
Have it make an athletics versus Galen's athletics plus 10. What is that DC?
That's 39,
24.
right?
24 is the target number.
Checking.
If it doesn't have the skill, then it's a strength modifier only.
That is a fail as well.
Okay. This would describe this, because I don't know if anyone understands what this familiar is.
The familiar is a veiled head. No one's ever lifted the veil. They don't know what it looks like, but it is a head that is bound to a plate that is hovering, and it has other features to it, but those are the ones that you can see.
I like you're very confused. Like, no one's lifted the veil. Like, what? Why not?
Yes.
Why would we?
Why wouldn't they lift
Basically,
the veil?
Galen has the veil cinched up
Yeah.
around its neck and is just holding it as tight as he can.
Coming down the hallway as this little action is happening, a chambermaid makes her way down on our battle map and approaches.
Oh, the map. There's a map. Everybody, hold on.
Yeah. I mean, Yannick, if he can, is trying to move away and gain distance as silently, quietly as he can.
And pushing, I guess we need to push Zaldor with us.
Why would we have to push him?
The invisibility area.
He can make his own choices.
I mean, it's why I think it's reason. I mean, like, I'm not going to go outside the invisibility sphere for sure.
Let me
But it has a
clarify
range.
the sphere of invisibility. It's not tight. We have some
30
movement.
feet, right?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got room. So Yannick's heading kind of southeast to get a little bit of distance.
There is your sphere on the map in size.
Question. I don't know if something changed in all this, but last I recall, Jericho had been right at the door because he was doing the mage handing inside the door.
Yeah, Galen and Jericho should probably be.
And so he was not far away.
Yeah.
There you go. The chambermaid comes up and says, did you need something? And only two people can understand this, right? The Gagged and the Wizard. Boy, that's a CBS show on Fridays I want to see. And the princess says, were you making any noise? I'm hearing something strange. I do not want to be disturbed.
She sounds like a bitch. You hear it.
Internal monologue. Thought bubbles.
Casting
I'm being
message
sent
to
message.
the princess.
Does the princess's chambers have a visible window?
Yes, there are two. They are on the battle map to the above. I am pinging them now. Just on either side of her bed.
So before we found her room, we found a study. Or there was a scroll. There was a bunch of scrolls. And
Yes.
stuff.
A scriptorium.
Is that to? Where would that room be? Which side of the?
In Galen's
Which
pocket
side of the
right
princess's room?
That would be to the east beyond the door.
Okay.
Jericho with his mage hand, if the range, that looks like that would be fine. We'll try to have his mage hand just prop open a window. Just grab the latch for a window
Okay.
and just open slightly, put the window slightly ajar.
Okay. She turns around and says, what is going on? And she turns around and annoyedly heads over to that window just as the door to the east, if you have vision of that on your map, opens up, and the guard group you saw before makes its way in. Two castle guards and a queen shade make their way in.
You're starting to feel Kenet chuckle in your arms there.
As soon as the princess walks away,
And when Kenet is able, would like to make another attempt to escape.
Galen grabs her feet.
Whose feet?
Alkenet's feet. Grabs her legs. So she's now...
You're holding
thought you were holding the head.
right?
I have the head in one hand. Yes, that is held. And I am grabbing her legs with the other so that we can move.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's your weapon?
That has been stowed. I will stow my weapon.
I thought that was a thing that was out. Okay.
Also, as the princess turns her back to the door, Hemlock will slip out of the room.
Okay. Hemlock slips out.
And Zaldor is flourishing to everyone who can see him that there's guards coming. Quietly flourishing. It's a silent flourish. It's a flourish.
The guards get close, and the Queen's Blade says, I thought I heard something. Is there something wrong with the princess? And the chambermaid says, no, just a sound. And there's a warning bell off in the distance from a courtyard outside her window that's clanging. And the guard says, yes, there's alerts at the gate. No one's to come or leave the castle. And the chambermaid walks over towards the open door. Hemlock, you said you were leaving that door?
I would have gone straight to that back wall, though, and like trying to stay
This
out of the
wall
way.
over here?
Yeah.
Okay. The chambermaid walks right between Yannick and Jericho and pokes her head in the door and says, is there anything I can do for you?
I am pulling on Alkinet's
yeah,
legs.
yeah. I mean, like we're moving forward slowly, trying to get out of this fucking mess.
All right, so Alkinet, you want to get out, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so let's start with a DC. We're going to start with Galen making an athletics -2
Oof.
versus Alkinet. Now you have to reveal a number. Alkinet, what is your athletics +10?
9 plus 10 would be
50 something.
7.
Kenet athletics plus 10, 25.
All right, you just need roll athletics -2 because you're doing this weirdly one-handed.
Come on, buddy.
And this is just to give a bonus to Yannick.
That is a 28.
Okay, Yannick, make an athletics +2 versus the same target number of 25.
I rolled an 18 on the die, plus 20 is going to be a 38.
Oh!
That is a critical success.
Alkinet, you may make a roll, and you need a critical success to succeed. So that would be really high or a natural 20 as they are whisking you away slowly.
Nope.
Okay.
You got hero points. You want to use them?
Nope.
Shut your mouth. Shut your whore mouth.
Burn them now!
Okay. And then we have a couple of heroes moving away.
Oh, I wouldn't just be hanging out there for funsies either.
Oh, shoot. Like it leaves you and you try and jump back in.
I just saw half a gnome.
That's not much.
All right. The group starts making their way west. And I need... I'm going to say... Who's down to the south that just went invisible? Hemlock. It's not going to be Hemlock. You rolled so well. We're going to say Zaldor and Jericho.
Yeah.
Both make stealth rolls, and only if both of you fail is anyone alerted.
Can I provide them with the Quiet Allies bonus?
You cannot. You've got your hands
Yeah.
full.
All right.
Well,
That's
Alkinet.
pretty good. I don't know. How big is your plus on this?
Plus 13, baby. How about you?
Almost the same, plus 1.
So I got a 23.
All
for my
righty.
stealth.
16.
Okay, you guys make your way west down the corridor past some other doors. You catch the ear of the Queen's Shade, but he turns his men around and they head back to the east towards their original intersection in the corridors.
Nice job, Jericho. Just enough. Good on you.
What was that?
I rolled a 15 on the die. It's about as good as I'm going to get.
Hurts when praising.
Snap her
Well
neck.
done.
Jericho couldn't help going.
Was that the wind?
You guys are down another side corridor away from the princess's chamber. You can't hear or see her at all. You are in some large alcove where there's fresh water to wash or something, or drink or something like that. You can hear some other servants maybe 100 feet away doing some sort of scrubbing or cleaning in some other area, but you have a moment where you can whisperly, quietly decide what the hell you're going to do.
Well done, friends. Well done.
Right, we have 5 minutes left of this particular spell. How long does this last?
How long since I first cast the illusion on all of us?
I think a long time ago.
It was when
barracks,
right after the guardhouse fight.
Yeah, you guys been wandering around and doing stuff. I remember the last episode, it had been like 10, 15 minutes wandering around, even some backtracking with Alkinet, so that has expired.
It's been more than an hour.
Oh, in an hour? No.
Yeah.
No, it's been like 15,
Okay.
15 minutes.
45 minutes.
Okay,
We have
you're
45
good.
minutes
You're
left. And we have to figure out what to do with this one here.
You can't point. Your hands are full.
With this one, and I
I
shake
shake
the,
her in the opposite way.
I
Shake her up a little bit.
I shake the servant, the familiar around.
Skull on plate.
Yeah.
We have no reason to stay up here.
Absolutely not.
Let's go head downstairs.
Yes.
Carry her around.
Will you?
There's more chuckling you feel in.
We're on our way to the queen now herself.
She stops chuckling.
Can you be compliant till until then. And I kind of lift the muzzle a little bit. Just a little bit. So you have the opportunity to answer.
She glares at you.
I glare back.
Put me down.
I let go of the legs. Galen lets go of the legs.
And I put her down on the ground, holding her lovingly by the shoulders as I stare deeply into her eyes.
Putting the hair behind the ear.
That's so sorry.
I start humming an
What do you want?
Love is in the air.
You're supposed to say it's not that simple.
She glares at you, Yannick, with a partial glare at Galen, so I guess one eye goes each way. So
Ew,
that's how
creepy.
it works. And she very pointedly says, "You draw princess blood, and I obey willingly."
We go to face the Ashen Queen now.
The bloodline is to be destroyed.
That is not our deal. The Ashen Queen.
If you want to destroy the bloodline once we're done,
Yeah.
In
You
the
do whatever
castle
the hell
below.
you want.
that's your business.
She says nothing.
Yeah, this is really the first time that you brought that up, so that seems like take backsies on the deal right there.
She says nothing.
We must move forward quickly.
I feel it best to dispel the invisibility. We've been seen once as the guards. They let us pass. If we pass again in the same direction, going the opposite way, then I feel that we should be fine with that. Is everyone in agreement?
That seems reasonable.
Be prepared to answer questions, but yes.
I don't know. If I was, that was my last level 3, there'd be a wince of dispelling it early. Oh, can I get half credit?
Get a level 1 back.
1.5 back.
Zaldor does a reverse flourish and pulls it all in and takes the invisibility ball, dispels it inside of his robe. The sphere, as it were. We are now visible. The emanation is gone.
Let's move.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're marching steadily back to the east, I suppose.
All right. Your Let's Move, by the way, Lauren, sounds like some bad sci-fi original movie.
Totally. Absolutely.
Let's move. Those sharks are getting closer. The tornado's growing.
Is there any sense of another stairway down
There's...
rather than going back to where we were?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Let's do that. Let's go this way.
I had 5 more minutes on my spell.
Yeah, I don't know why
We
we
have
just let
plenty
it
of
go.
time.
But, you know.
We could have just walked invisible the whole way.
Hemlock, you didn't ask that question.
But no, we gotta
30
fight our way
seconds
down
ago.
now.
Is there a take backseat on those? When you let them go?
Flourish! Flourish!
Jeremy, if you'd like, there's no takebacks.
But if you don't like, it's the same.
March with purpose. Make it look like we are...
Angry.
The George
know where
Costanza
we're going.
clipboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here are your orange vests.
You guys got all red vests.
But intimidation is something wizards do well.
Oh, what happened to you?
I follow you!
Who is leading the entourage as you run into possibly anyone?
Probably Zaldor is the only one that can speak Favian.
He's not the only one.
No, he's the only one.
He's the only one I trust. Somewhat.
Yannick, take up a position as honor guard on the witch.
Indeed.
Say exit on the door. I do believe you.
And yeah, so Yannick is on her, what would be her left shoulder.
And Galen's on the right.
Yeah. Honor guarding our dear witch.
Okay.
And where's our familiar?
In my hand.
Shroom!
The familiar is going to consistently try to get out of his grip.
Okay. All right. It is pulling and tugging. You said it's a head on a plate.
Yes.
As soon as we are, I don't know, what do you think is safe? 60 feet away from the princess's chambers? I'll
Yeah.
let the familiar go.
Sure.
Bring no more attention to us than absolutely needed. We must get to the Ashen Queen. Anything else will get you and all of us killed as well.
That's it.
That's,
Nail it.
That's the first image that came
I
up.
am
for head on a
uncomfortable.
plate.
That's what you get with a veil.
This is why none of us have chosen to raise the veil.
Viva Revolution.
Is that paella? Oh, somehow it's worse.
Okay.
Can we close that now, please?
Staring at you. Just
It's disconcerting.
You guys are making your way down a hallway. You pass by an area with servants who avert their eyes as the entourage makes its way past. The
I'll
familiar.
wave though,
Okay.
because I'll be down where they're averting their gaze. And I'll just
And what the hell are you supposed to be?
a gnome.
A little more than that. Socially, what are you supposed to be? I can't remember.
Our prisoner.
Well, they
Prisoner.
keep saying
Entertainment.
prisoner,
Prisoner
but
and entertainment.
the boss servant said that I was a troubadour.
Troubadour.
So inside, I'm a troubadour, because that's kind of my natural bent. So I got my horn with me, and I'm walking like a troubadour. I got a little bounce in my step, and I'm like. They're all thinking I'm a prisoner, but inside, I'm a troubadour.
Okay.
In your mind, you're always
Unbroken.
free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unbent, unbroken, and I still got 3 more weeks of my run on Broadway.
All right. You make your way towards a grand stairwell near the northernmost side of the castle, and it goes down and up. You can hear off in the distance, it's getting faint now, that warning bell clanging outside one of the courtyards, unsure of what exactly that entails.
Boy, I'm glad we're not outside. Sounds dangerous out there.
I hate danger.
As you reach the stairwell, you asked if you could find one. You found one. It does head down, I think was your goal. As you start to make your way down, you do hear sounds from above that are also ominous. You hear the rattling of chains and a monstrous growl and a cry of someone in pain up above some distance as you head down.
So like the floor above the one that we were on,
A
up
couple
the stairs.
a couple floors above. It's
Sure,
some distance above. Heading down, you go down several stairs, further and further.
Wait, Yannick.
Yannick hesitates at the sound of pain, but has no recourse at the moment to believe that, in effect, we could really be of help under the circumstances. So
Okay.
we're continuing.
All right. Heading down, you go down several stairs, and as you do, Zaldor, you see there are 4 castle guards making their way up quickly, jogging up the steps, and they run into you and stop and look at you curiously. How are you dressed again?
Like a queen shade.
Okay.
Yeah, in the disguise that Galen has set.
I think we got 4 queen shades, Alcanet, and a troubadour prisoner.
Okay.
But who's a
It's-
troubadour?
Correct.
Alcanet's playing the part of generic blood witch today.
Correct.
Make a. Let's have you or Galen make a deception roll +3. One of you.
I don't feel very deceptive. I can intimidate.
I've been known to lie on occasion.
I will let you lie on this occasion.
Deception +3. You just need a 25, and they will not ask any questions.
Okay. How about a 28?
The
Nice.
guards stop, look confused. What's going on? Why there's this strange old lady who looks like a blood witch who also shouldn't be here, and this gnome, which is really strange. But then the disguise holds true, and this intimidating, like red kick-ass looking ninja dude with a mask over his face and illusionary swords or whatever it is, they can't see the quivering, scared old wizard inside.
Just flourish.
And they get to the side of this huge spiraling staircase as you then continue down with some glare at them, and they let you go right on down. You pass by the main floor. You can hear some horses in the distance and multiple soldiers marching around down there, but it's echoing through the halls. You can't quite see it, and you continue your way down. After some point, those stairs come to an end, and you are in more of a logistical part of the castle. There's an area of dry storage, some food storage, meats hanging from ropes type thing. There's some, what's it called? A root cellar type vibe. Cistern is one of the things that you also come across. As you're walking through, there's an open door. There is a male slave, barely wearing some trousers and some sandals, carrying huge amounts of water out of the cistern. But you guys don't know where to go now from here. Oh, and by the way, during this whole time, we can retcon and go back all you want. Kenet, you have full use of your spells with your voice in your hands. Is there anything you need to do?
I am following along as commanded.
All right.
Oh, it's working! Don't kill her, Galen. Jets.
No promises.
Just keep asking people how we keep going down. More down.
We could ask this one. How do we get down
I don't remember.
to where the Ashen Queen is?
I do not remember.
That seems super lying.
There is a possibility, not saying that she's wrong, but she may not actually remember if this is a different project that the Ashen Queen has done that Kenet may never have taken on before. She might be in a different place. I'm not saying it's exactly that way. I don't want anyone to keep looking at me like this.
Well, then you should talk less.
What are the options that we have?
I would move quickly.
You can start exploring and making your way around random different corridors, doorways, trying to find your way. It just takes
If
time.
you were to lead again, could you lead us where we want to go
Yes,
without getting us killed?
probably not.
Let her lead.
Find us the way to the Queen. As quiet a path, and least dangerous a path as you
I do
can.
not know where the queen is.
How would we get down?
She's down in the dungeons.
Down, I can show you.
Show us.
Kenet will go to the nearest path down and take that route.
Okay. You start making your way down, Kenet, and you find you have made yourself a liar in a good way. And as you get down, you enter a
Liar!
in a good way. You enter another tighter, less grand staircase, a lot less well used. Hemlock, you spot strange claw marks dug into some of the stone, as though some strange creature has been going up and down this staircase in the past.
Can we identify the claw mark?
Those are not mine.
Hemlock can make a roll.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could maybe do an esoteric.
You
or roll on that.
may. You would be the only other one I'd let make a roll.
I rolled
on
a
that.
12.
A total. No, you rolled a 12.
Rolled
I
a
know
12.
your skills. Here, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Galen.
It's not a thing.
It's nothing.
You need
Natural
you need
marks
a 10 or higher with
Yeah.
what I have here.
How about a natural one?
Oh,
What a hero.
What about a hero point? Is that going to be worth it?
I don't think it's going to be worth it on this one.
Okay.
Save it.
Galen
It's a Tesseract. You're convinced.
Galen holds up the group for a while and makes some noise, snapping his fingers. Hold up! And he starts trying to get your attention because he has to look, and that adds a tension die to the last.
Son of a bitch.
Your last jar. We have 4 of 6 there. Trying to get to 6
Oh, we
before.
had 2 last week.
Things changed.
Oh,
We've been building the tension.
Yes.
Well, if things are delayed, like technical difficulties for the show,
The tension.
I gave Tom a lot of attention.
it gets added. You make your way down to what is almost the lowest part beneath your old castle, Kenet, that you helped design and craft from the desert long ago, and you pass by another cistern, smaller than the last, old. And this one is just partially filled, maybe a tenth of it filled, but with stagnant, gooey blood upon it. Some mass amount of blood is stored there for some ungodly reason. You see there are buckets
There are
nearby.
no gods.
You are the closest. There are buckets there that are old and dried, and who knows what purpose they have there. You look around and you think you recall. You can sense that Kenet's not 100% sure as she backtracks down another hallway and then taps on a little secrety stone, and a section of the stone wall grinds open. It's a secret that you've had for there a long time, but Hemlock, again, scouting as you go along, you can tell it's really not much of a secret to those that come here. You can see there's a lot of foot traffic that comes through this quote-unquote secret entrance. Heading down there, it goes down another floor. This is the final floor that you have ever crafted, Kenet, and arguably maybe your favorite. And it is the slave pen / torture chamber. Or the letting chamber, as you originally designed it for.
You miss this place, don't you?
Home sweet home.
And as you climb down, you are in this chamber. It is a wide chamber. It is a tall chamber. There are several cages that are maybe 100 feet long, old metal cages with a bunch of slaves attached to it.
Living slaves?
Living slaves in pseudo cordoned off sections about 100 feet long. This is going to be a terrible reference. A la Battlefield Earth.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, deep
I am
cut.
so sorry that visual came to mind.
Stupid dreadlocks.
Greatest movie ever.
Way better than Goonies.
Wow, I can't believe you would say that. You are getting kicked out of the state of Oregon for just thinking that.
You see there are
gross to say.
slaves there. There are 4 of the castle guards that are in the middle. It's a big chamber. On one side is this long iron slave pens. Kind of nearish where you are is a table of 2 cots, a bunch of chairs, and 4 guards that are just screwing around, just keeping a lax watch on these guys. In the middle of this area is the most terrifying, and those are several tables that are made of iron and can be rotated with slaves strapped to them, of which there are maybe 6 of these, 2 of which are already risen up that raise the legs of the slave up and the head down, and then they bleed out in channels. And so 2 of those are dead, laying there. Blood has pooled down into some ceremonial basin underneath them. That process is done, probably happened earlier today. And it's still not exactly what you're looking for, Kenet, but you think you need to explore around this area. And there are other side passages out of here that you don't fully remember.
This is what I know. From here, it will take some looking around. Shall I wander about?
Are we close to the guards? Like they can see us? Is there part of this wandering around that can be done outside of the sight of the guards?
Nope. One of them turns his head and kind of looks as you guys are just kind of slowly walking and poking your heads in, or at least Zaldor, the Queen's blade.
And they're just guards, right?
Yep.
No shades among them?
Nope.
Can they be ordered out to assist outside?
Yes. I can't imagine they would not be. Certainly with the
Is it
alarms
safer
going
for
on.
you or Alcanet to do
Alcanet
that?
strays through and takes some of the blood from the slaves freshly spilt.
All
and
right.
begins to...
Alcanet walks across.
decorate
It's a
herself.
long walk. She walks in the middle of the room and kneels down or bends over and starts grabbing blood and putting it on her arms and face.
On that action, Zaldor will walk up to the nearest guard and say,
Chris is so uncomfortable right now, by the way.
and will literally say, "This is our spot right now. Guard this top. We need to make sure that no one else comes in here. High alert."
Make intimidation +4.
You're going to need all that.
I rolled a 5. I'm not really too confident with that, so I'm going to use my hero point because I think this is an important roll.
I agree.
That's a 2.
Okay.
So +4, that is a total of 2, 4, 16.
16. The guard says, "What are you talking about? We hold this at all costs. This is our whatever the hell the word is.
Post.
Our post. This is our post. We never leave this."
Seeing hearing the tone, like Yannick comes storming up and uses his intimidating prowess just to stand right behind his shoulder, like oh fuck, it's on, like let's go, he's excited that there's sass happening right now.
All right. 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, Alcanet, you're going to get +1 on your next spell attack roll with enhanced blood magic.
Thank you.
Yannick, you are going to make an intimidation with a late to the party penalty of -4, but with your intimidation, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 2.
So with the intimidating prowess added, -4.
Yes.
So I'm at a +13. And I rolled an 18 again on the die.
31.
So 31 intimidation, and I'm like, well, get the fuck somebody up! Hold me back! Literally, I'm running into him, like, come on!
The guards, one of them almost falls out of his chair. They back out of the way like crazy. One of them runs past you, averting, looking at you to grab his sword, and then runs around. They're even partially just trying to get their armor on, and they run away.
Good job, you terrified him.
Yes, that's right. And stay there.
They run up the stairs and they disappear.
Okay.
Get to work, Alcanet. Find the passage.
You're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself.
She says as she begins to
This is the queen of drawing attention to herself.
Alcanet, you have touched blood that is very connecting to the blood web, and you have an immediate sense of where members of the coven are at. And there is one that is very close and not too far beneath you. You do not know if this is where the heroes are looking to go, but that is an easy sensation. There is a member of the coven close. You may make an occult roll. Stand by.
Standing by.
I have lost. There we go. Occult roll. 29 is your DC.
You even have to roll.
maybe.
If you succeed, the reverse does not happen, and the other blood witch within the castle does not sense you immediately.
Oh, shoot.
Now look what you did.
Can I intentionally fail?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Mom's coming home.
There is a
I fucking hate you.
plop of. There is a drop of blood. It's like swirling the pool around haphazardly. It's not as ornate as it should be, and the spattering just goes about in a messy presentation, which would disturb the web in that.
Stick your face in the pool and go,
I'm here. I sense somewhat close. One closer than others. That's all I know.
Act that one.
Great.
"A
Let's
disturbance-
go.
Disturbance I have not felt since."
Don't take my lines from me. Those are precious, and those are coming.
Okay.
I picture it like the Death Eater symbol up in the sky, Harry Potter style. Just suddenly, like, everyone's like, "Oh, things are weird. Oh, my tattoo's weird," and it's like just boom, suddenly there, like, Apu.
Oh, I love Apu.
What? All is well, sir. I'm doing exactly what you said.
Uh-huh.
Zaldor is going to search about and try to find a way down,
Okay.
round through this one. Do I have to go into the cages with the slaves?
You
If
do,
they need my help, I can.
you do not need to go into the cages with the slave. There are side corridors to go through. All right.
How are the cages closed? Are they locked?
It's an emotional prison, really.
No.
You want to
Like,
stay here?
is it fear that's keeping them there, or is it actual locks?
There are locks that are there. You can see a key ring, big giant key ring nearby.
Do the slaves all look to be Thavian?
Most of them look kind of troubadourish, oddly enough.
So Galen is
them.
immediately unlocking as many of these cages as he can.
Yeah, all of them are Thavians.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. The Queen's Shade in the form of a Galen silhouette is unlocking the cages.
Zeldor, how do you say leave in Thave?
Leave.
Say you are free.
You are freed.
Okay. Galen walks around as
Sounds
he's
just like
unlocking
in
the-
common.
Wow.
You are free. You are
All
free.
this time.
Croissant. I didn't. That's kind of weird.
Cognate languages.
How do I say no?
I feel like a native. It's refreshing.
So you command them to be free?
Leave. You are free.
All right.
How many freed?
I'm gonna get you another roll. You could make a diplomacy or intimidation roll, and that will determine how effective you are.
They are the same roll.
What did you pick?
How about a 27?
27. About half of the people take off. They push the gate. They look nervous, and then they run for the stairs. 3/4 run up. Another quarter start getting lost in some side passage on this floor. The other half of the slaves are just terrified and stay huddled in corners and refuse to move. And Kenet.
Before you continue,
Yes.
Kenet makes a point of saying they would have been safer in the cages.
But they
He's
wouldn't
not
as-
wrong.
They may buy us some
Kenet,
time.
you cannot respond in any way, but you have touched.
You've been probed.
You've touched
Touch my blood.
Fabian blood, and you hear a distant, echoey voice that you know is not so physically distant, but it sounds like it's far away. And it says, "My witches, come to your queen in Kasir immediately." And Zaldor, you are able to, after you hear some scurrying, some Thavian voices, "Can we go? Let's go!" And you slaves are running off back in the main slave chamber.
Right, look out for the guards.
You see there is a rough hewn
Clip.
corridor that curves down, a little cave that curves down and leads down to a lower area. That is your best bet.
Here is some carved out stone that leads below us. I believe this might be our next way out. Has anyone else found anything? Right then.
The way down it is.
Yep.
I obey.
prefer not to go first, if that's at all possible.
Yannick goes first.
Okay.
I know I found it and all, but I don't have to take credits.
I got this. Thank you.
I'll
You
go
could
second.
Thank you for finding it.
All right. The group all heads down, leaving the other slaves behind, I'm assuming, yes, in the cages?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, other slaves?
There were slaves.
Are
that
you
were-
referring to
that
us as slaves?
No. No.
Me.
Free will doesn't exist.
You head down to this cave. It is narrow. You make your way down and down until it levels out. And you sense this is something that was obviously not originally part of any construction you were part of, Kenet. And you see up ahead, it opens up into a larger cave that is huge and massive, a couple 100 feet across. Whoever was in front, I think it was Yannick.
Sure is.
You can spot a familiar, eerie, dull, pale blue light pulsing
I
up
wanna
ahead.
touch it.
There are cavern walls blocking things. You can see some silhouettes on some light. And as you step into this large chamber, your group is ready for any kind of trouble. You see in the center of this large chamber is a large, dark black rock that looks like maybe a large minivan in size. It is kind of thinnish. And thinnish, and it has a bright blue, veiny, magical power that's coming out of it that has come down and infected the ground and spread out like a webwork of veiny, diabolical wickedness, similar to what you saw in the small town in Thave some time ago, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
It was
Not
yesterday.
that long ago.
It was
This
yesterday.
stone you mentioned.
This is it.
And how will it be dealt with?
We're still figuring that out.
You see in this in this room, you can see there are maybe 8 or 10 castle guards that are doing things, trying to get some work done, but they are moving with purpose as though they know something is about to happen.
Not wrong.
Yannick, you catch a glimpse of some sort of queen shade in red sneaking about and behind one of these rock outcroppings, but then you lose sight as you continue to see this pulsing coming from this rock. Who was second? Jericho. You also see in this chamber, not in the middle, but maybe in one of the corners of this large chamber, maybe half a dozen smaller cages. And in each of those smaller cages are the void claws, the black, nasty creatures, humans who have been changed, black in shape with blue vein magic that is coursing through them. I have a picture, I'm pretty sure, to share. If I can find it. Images.
Do I have? I don't think so.
Images, there we go.
Maybe it's
Here's a picture, and anyone listening, you can check out the video if you want to see it.
Whoa.
There.
That is wicked.
Is the Void Claw. Blue, bright energy, nasty claws, nasty teeth, tormented humans that have been changed into something else. Thankfully, they are all behind cages. Unthankfully, surrounding that main rock that's emanating this magical power are 3 more of them, not caged, unchained, and staring at this rock. While all of this is happening, a loud voice fills the chamber more than it should, and a brief conversation emanates as your group walks in and catches the eye of more than one guard. And the conversation, it comes from a lady's voice, a lady you cannot see. and she says, "You are unknown to me. This is most unexpected. You come here to petition to join the coven, but we will have none of that. You've only come here to die."
And that was just echoed to all of us, or was that in our minds?
That was echoed across the chamber.
And
What
Fabian?
language?
In Thabian.
So, okay.
Zelda will translate slowly and swiftly for the rest of the group.
Yeah, we got it.
Now's your moment, Al Kenet. What are you waiting for?
For the queen.
I'm sure she's in there somewhere.
And will come soon.
Tell me, before I lay your blood down upon this ground, where did you learn our magic? Which of my witches has betrayed the coven to teach the likes of you?
There is silence.
Just silence.
There is silence.
Okay.
What's going on? What are the guards doing?
Yeah.
The guards are fanning out a little bit, and then an order is barked out in Thave from behind a column by some man that you cannot barely hear, and several of the guards then break off to the northeast towards several of the caged void claws, and the voice of the lady calls out, echoing from the chamber. She says, "So be it." And
I suggest you act quickly.
and all hell breaks loose, and we have a fight on our hands.
Can Yannick do one thing super quick?
Sure.
Break a vial of minor potion of retaliation on his Fishard.
Sure.
I believe it's acid, I believe. We got this on like episode 4, like it was early. But it's a minor potion of retaliation, which adds acid damage temporarily onto his weapon.
Cool.
Taking a look here.
Yeah.
Look at how many icons are out there.
Projection
Jesus
mine?
Christ.
Minor potion of retaliation.
Did it come from the projection mine?
Yes. And I believe it was acid, but I'm not 100% certain. If you have a different thing, then...
A minor potion of retaliation. I see it here.
So I do an extra 1 damage of the type. Why not? I thought it was 1d4, but...
No. For 1 minute, you glow with a faint aura. And a creature that touches you by making an unarmed attack or uses a spell with touch will take 1 damage.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
Okay. All right, we have a battle on our hands.
Here we go.
So we've got a map, a huge map that is on display.
We get rid of the image.
Smoke venom.
Yannick, how many retributive strikes do you have?
Oh, retributive strikes. I have as many reactions as I have, which is one a turn.
Let's hoping it was.
So make sure you can see the whole battle map, move it around, make sure you can see it all. There are a bunch of dudes on this.
There's
to the
cages.
northeast are a bunch of dudes as well. There are a ton of guards. There's that blue energy. There are 3 of the void claws in the middle. Yannick, you saw a queen shade around the area I'm marking on the west by a column of rock. And that is what we see currently, and we will stop there and take our break, and we will be back right after this. We'll see what happens then.
Holy smokes. One
All right, we are back, and we are in the Void Chamber with a battle. We have rolled initiative, and first up are the 3 Void Claws in the center of the chamber. The first one...
Point of order,
yes.
though. One of those I am going to battle cry against.
Okay.
And so, at the beginning of my round, at the beginning of initiative, I can yell a mighty battle cry and demoralize an observed foe as a free action. All right, so intimidation plus, 21. Ah!
Hey, you guys!
Get out of here!
It does not phase it.
How can that defend us?
Void Claw immediately charges to the northeast and hides.
Hides?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, in the middle of this chamber, I forgot to mention, beside the stone are 2 sacrificial looking tables that have been set up. FYI.
Are there any sacrifices on those tables?
No, not. There are not.
Not yet.
They just walked in.
And,
Oh, you're going?
what's the red thing to the west of that stone there?
This thing?
Yeah.
That's the table I
Okay,
just mentioned.
gotcha.
And then this is just a lamp that's been bolted into the ceiling. This thing here next to you is another lamp on the floor. That's what those items
What are the lamps emanating? Fire? Are they fire?
Magical light, no fire.
Okay.
No, that is not true. The one next to you is magical light. The orange ones that are on the veins are pulsing flame. So, oil lamp, we'll say.
Okay.
Okay.
God, the pulsing vines are intimidating.
And then also, if you haven't, I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, straight south of you guys is another stone. And southeast is another stone, smaller ones.
Are they all the yucky stones?
They are all the yucky blue vein stones.
Oh, so there's a bunch, but only one is the center of all the veins coming out?
Yeah, I don't know if Jeremy can go all the way down, all the way south. You can see these 2 smaller stones that have just a small amount of the bright blue veiny stuff emanating off of them.
Okay, so those are 2 small ones and then one big one in the middle.
You got it. All right.
Probably be beneficial to destroy the 2 small ones in some way if we can get there.
The closest Void Claw, there are 3 of them, charges at the group and doesn't get too far. Covers about half the distance running there. Another one is going to charge as well. They are done, and it is Galen's turn. Galen, you're up near the front line.
Galen needs to know how to combat these Void Claws that are running at him, so he uses Exploit Vulnerability to learn what he can. Are these Blood Witch minions?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, 28
is a success.
All right. So I'd love to learn about their weaknesses and resistances, including any bypassable resistance.
All right. Do you just learn weaknesses?
I learn a creature on a success. I learn a creature's weaknesses and resistances, and on a success, I always learn their highest bypassable resistance.
Okay. They only have 1 weakness, and that is no resistance and a weakness, and it is to Vitality 5. So that beneficial healing paladin cleric energy is bad for them.
So Galen produces one of the Kef nature idols from his satchel. Sweet. And just rings it against the blade of his sword, and then it begins to vibrate in that brilliant green hue of nature magic, and it will be adding that.
Adding what?
Adding nature damage, adding that vitality damage to his strikes.
How much?
It is
the amount of the weakness.
Yeah, it allows me to bypass that weakness.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
Use that weakness.
Yes, it is a mortal weakness.
All right.
So
that is untrue because what you described is so kick-ass. It's going to be +1 more. So it's 6 more damage as opposed to norm. So 6 damage is what you're going to be doing.
Great. So +6, and then I will also be applying sympathetic vulnerability to all creatures that have the same weakness.
All right. I can never remember how all of these come together. Sympathetic vulnerabilities, prerequisites. When you apply to invoke ability, the roll is more powerful or ripples out. This has 1 or 2 effects based on the type. 2 against. Okay, that is perfect.
Okay, great.
All right.
Can I get a distance to the closest?
57 feet.
57 feet.
57? Mm-hmm. Sweet. It's just where I
Some
needed
of us
to
pay
be.
attention.
How the hell did you guys know that?
When you hit Alt, I believe, distances came up.
Hey, look at that. That is just within the 60 feet that I needed. So, a rune glows on Galen's sword, and he begins to strike, which may look odd because he's not near anything. But this will be a strike at distance. For 2 actions, I will be making a strike against the void creature to the left. This works. Okay, so that's going to be 18 and 13, a 31 to hit.
Is a hit.
Okay, so that does 7, 8, 9, 10, and 16, 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage.
And 25 of that is nature damage, or vitality damage.
Okay, checking things out here. Okay. Bum. One more time, what was the damage total?
25 vitality and 1 cold.
Total of 26? Yep. Got it. And how the hell did you attack from range?
He has a rune of
oh, right.
the distance.
It can reach out freakishly.
Rune of reach, yeah.
All right. Is that it?
That is it.
All right. Next up is Jericho.
All right, the first thing I can do is a lingering composition into an inspired defense. Being that we're going to be facing a lot of enemies, my friends might be getting hit a lot. So inspired defense is going to give all of my allies +1 bonus to their armor class, +1 bonus to all saving throws, and then 3 resistance to all physical damage.
Nice.
All right, so that's going to be the important one. So I'm going to roll for my lingering composition.
AC and saving throws. That's huge.
Well, I'm huge on the inside where it counts.
That's great.
All right, rolling the die. 25, so I get a success on that. So that's going to last for 3 rounds.
Yay! Did you charge your light? Yay!
Nice.
So I'll put that here so you guys can see it.
So again, that was +1 to AC, 3 physical resistance, and +1 on the saving. Okay.
There we go.
And that should be half the spell's ranked.
Oh, I should be +4 now because I went to level 8.
Focus spells are automatically heightened to half your level rounded up. So the
it should
focus
be
spells
4 resistance to
is
physical
4,
damage.
but the resistance is equal to half the spell's rank. So it should be resistance 2.
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
All right. Half the spell.
It's 2 resistant to physical damage.
2 physical damage, not 3.
Which, if you look at 2 and they're doing 30, it may not sound a lot, but when it's 2 spread out amongst everyone over maybe more than one turn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And after what happened upstairs, and when Yannick asked, one of the last questions that Yannick asked Kenet was, can you lead us to the Queen? Can you lead us to the Queen in a way that will survive? And Kenet said no. After both of those, I don't think in Jericho's actual heart of hearts, he's still really considering Kenet an ally.
Okay.
And so I don't think in his heart this is then passing to Kenet.
Okay. Good to know.
After just trying to get him killed.
This is the first time I've seen Chris
There we go.
smile all episode.
That's first action. Second action, he has had one of the most tragic moments of his life was the last time he saw one of these big things, because that's when he lost Dash. And I know all the other guys are all like, we got to kill all the bad guys. But I think for Dash, really, for Jericho, he's really focused on this big rock in the middle. Because he doesn't care about a lot of the other stuff, but that's the one that he thinks is the bad thing. So I would like to do recall knowledge and try to figure out from what I've seen before and from what I might know, what's the best way to destroy the big rock thing. He's not killed once, but just from what he has, he's just trying to look at it, understand it, do a recall knowledge. Like, does he have anything within who he is that might be of any efficacy in damaging this thing?
Yes, and then maybe. So make a bardic lore or occult, or
They happen to be the same.
or arcana, your choice.
Oh, I'll do the plus 11, not the plus 1.
And your DC is 24.
Okay, I got to roll 13. I rolled a 3, so he fails. He's
Okay.
got no clue.
You know a tremendous amount of magical violence is necessary.
Okay. Tremendous amount of magical violence.
Name of the episode. Okay, I think that's it for you.
That's what he knows.
That's what he knows.
I will take that. And then he is going to move himself to be more centric to his party. So you see how the other 5 form kind of a circle. For his last action, he will stride. He will move to the middle of that circle. So basically halfway between Galen and Zaldor.
So you didn't do lingering for your first action?
Lingering is not an action. It's a free action.
Oh, free. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
And so the composition was an action. The recall knowledge was an action.
Great.
The third action is going to go the halfway between those 2 dudes right there.
All right. Once Jeremy makes that happen, Jeremy, you may take your turn.
I'm moving halfway between Galen and Zaldor. Just kind of centering myself up right
Hey,
there.
whoop. Hey. I did it.
That's fine. All right, I am done.
Am I just in measurement mode? Is that why I wasn't doing the token
Maybe.
movement?
Yeah.
Zaldor sees a terrible fight about to brew in front of him and lots of people around him, so he's going to do something that Zaldors often do.
Fireball all of us.
Target my party. I cast Mystic Armor on myself to make myself a little bit less vulnerable, and I look over at Hemlock. Hey, Hemlock,
Yes, sir.
I believe in you. You are a winner, and you can do this. And I cast Winning Streak on Hemlock.
Okay.
So you're naked now, but you're winning.
It's a level 4 spell. That's a brand new one that I've just brought in.
How? What? You cast level 4?
I do.
Christopher,
and
are you
was one
tracking
action.
these spells?
Oh, yes.
The target is energized by its good fortune as it spreads to others as long as they keep winning. It gains the quickened condition for 1 round. If the target or one of their allies within 20 feet gets a critical success on an attack roll against a significant foe, whoever got the critical success becomes quickened, if they weren't already. And the duration of the winning streak is extended by another round. Creatures quickened by the spell can use the extra action to strike, step, or stride. It is a full round. If a full round passes without the target or one of their allies critically succeeding on an attack roll against a significant foe, the winning streak breaks and the spell ends.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
And I spend a whole level 4 to do it. That is Zaldor's turn.
So yeah, what I'm getting from that one, you have a round and any ally within 20 get a critical success. Then it seems like it bounces over to that person. And then again, within 20 feet of that person, then it bounces and you can just keep going indefinitely as long as within 20 feet. Kind of interesting. Could go away immediately.
Could go away immediately.
Or could stay a long time.
All right, everybody,
Anytime
natural
it
20s.
bounces, it resets the round count.
Resets
Yes.
the round
Yeah.
counter. Yep.
So it could be
So
here
I'll keep
indefinitely.
track of that. No, don't have to worry about the math. That's my problem now.
But I am quickened.
You're quickened.
turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Extra action.
Yep.
Or step or stride. Just action. I see it. That is it. That's it.
I'm gonna say it doesn't bounce around. So yeah, because how's I'm reading it, you are the source. Sorry, we're gonna specific on the spell. It's a level 4. I want to make sure you're getting good value out of it. It stays with you. If someone else does it, they get quickened as well.
Oh.
and it still stays with you 20 feet, and then still, if anyone, they get quickened as well. So it's spreading
I have to
out.
stay within 20 feet.
It's always you. You're
Okay.
always the source, but they can re-trigger the timer on you, and they also get quickened if they do it. All right, cool.
Is Alkanet within 20 feet?
Currently.
That could be a thing.
Well, we've also seen that you can determine allies, apparently, a la Jericho. So maybe you don't want to include Alkanet.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, he does. He loves you.
I think he's thinking of you as an ally,
Yeah. I mean, you're.
and maybe
Yeah.
All right.
a future lover.
What about baby?
Lovers, that's what you are.
All right, my thing just
You have
refreshing.
not harmed anyone in the party yet.
There
All you've done is
we go.
heal. That is an ally's behavior, Galen.
Look at this. I know things.
Wizard of the Seventh Tower!
Same
I've
thing.
read.
Ashen Queen hasn't hurt us yet either.
3 castle guards charge you with reckless abandon.
So sad for you all.
To the
Speaking of criticals, shing!
What are we paid for?
To the northeast, 3 castle guards run to 3 of the 5 cages that house void claws, and a 4th is going to head over there as well.
Super.
Then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more castle guards start running over around
Holy
the
crap,
north
dude.
side.
For those that are listening, there are 20 of the guards in our queue here.
And
2-0,
there's a whole bunch.
20 blood bags.
maybe.
All right, next up is the gunslinger.
Oh, the gunslinger will use 10 paces to move 10 feet to the south, right next to Jericho.
Come on, man.
I mean, it has 20 things to get through there. It's still cycling.
I'm working on it.
Cool.
There's a lot.
And we'll take
Maybe
aim at
you
the...
should just remove 10 of the guards. Just
That's
to
what I'm
make the
asking you
battle
guys
map.
to do. All right, you wanted to move 10 foot? You
that
got it? All right.
works. I will take aim at the closest guard. The one to the west there, that guy. And a 30 to hit.
The synergy with this winning streak spell is a problem. That is
Yay to little guardies.
that is a critical hit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, he says.
So that re-triggers the winning streak for an additional round.
Additional round now.
And does that bounce then to Galen, who's the closest?
No.
No, but if someone else does it, they will get.
Oh, they get it.
They get quickened. Yeah.
Correct.
And then if
It doesn't compound the duration, if that's what you're going to ask.
no, but once I have it, let's say Hemlock gets a critical again, does it reset for both of us then, and then I stay on it, or do I need to get another critical?
It resets the round every time.
Just
it
the round
happens.
timer gets extended if anyone within 20 feet of him does it, and anyone gets the quicken.
41 points of
You
damage.
decimate that guard. He just does that World War II, just limp, arms at his side, face dragging into the cave dirt.
So I did my 10 paces and I did my quick draw, which also allowed me to fire. So that's one action, and I will fire again.
At-
my second pistol.
At whom?
The other
Okay.
closest guard. 27.
That is a critical hit.
That's 2 rounds now.
No, it does not compound
It's
interest.
square, so 2 goes to 4, and the 4 will go to 16.
Exponential.
Eventually, he'll be quickened until
For eternity.
he dies.
It starts to cycle around and adds another level. of
58 points of
quicken.
damage.
He is destroyed. What is the minimum amount of damage you do?
That's a lot. It's still a lot. I
Okay.
mean, the minimum amount would be like 15, maybe.
All right. Okay. What else?
That's 2 actions.
That is 2 actions. I'm going to drop both guns at my feet.
And surrender with your hands up like
Yeah,
that?
and quick draw, and then I will fire at the Void Claw That's 60, exactly 60 feet away.
Oh,
That is barely injured.
We'll see about that.
Well,
Let's
this
let-
is my third
Let's get a 20.
attack.
Let's get a 20. Not bad.
26
is a hit.
14 points of damage.
All right. I'm assuming none of that's vitality. No. Okay.
Shoot him with a live shot.
Yes.
Yeah, that would actually.
So that's 3 actions. With my 4th action, I'll do another quick draw.
Freaking
Attack again.
How many guns do you what?
4. I got 4 guns.
And a
What the
bandolier.
what?
Bandolier that he can hit
Some
a button
sort
and
of,
resets
like-
them all.
Yeah.
Romero movie or
25 to
something.
hit.
Oh my god!
25?
Yeah.
Is a miss.
Well, at least we know their AC now.
All right.
Really? A 25 misses, 26 hits. There's still some. There's a decimal in there.
Sure.
Next up is the Jagged Witch, Kenet. Kenet, you know 2 things. Your connection, you know 3 things.
That's a lot.
You know your connection to the blood web has given you a protection. You do not feel any threat from these blue veins. You do not know these blue veins, what their power is, but you can sense its magic is nothing for you. So if you need to walk around on it, you have no concern about it.
Okay.
Second, you sense the power of another witch. If Jeremy can zoom out a bit to make sure you can see my ping, you know that there is on my ping to the southeast a being of blood magic, strong blood magic here.
All right.
Third, you know that being has delayed their turn. They have not gone yet.
Shit.
All right.
And that's all you know. Continue.
All right.
Because that's 3. And 3 is the number of which you know.
Excellent.
And the number of your knowing is 3.
First thing is
Slowly turning around to the party and raising your hand.
is to cast shield.
All right.
Then I will step back into the party. 25 feet.
Chicken.
So, like all the way back?
There we go.
In the rear of the group.
Yes. And I will recall knowledge, looking for a weakness for Yannick.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Motherfucker.
Make a roll. It will be a society roll.
Okay.
Yannick, you're level 8. 24 is your target number. Witch.
His weakness is a fear of blood witches.
I only serve.
There's no way this goes poorly.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
What was my number? 26?
24.
24. Oh, that is a fail.
Okay.
Those are my actions.
A golden shining light interrupts your vision and you cannot pierce through and see. A light glints off of his armor somehow and a holy protection is there.
Those in the podcast,
Carol.
Yannick is giving big stink eye.
What's that in my pocket?
Yannick, it is your turn.
Power of Carol. How closest enemy to me?
20 feet behind you.
Yeah, I was. That was actually. I was gonna be like, no, that's not the right distance.
70 for the guard.
I'm gonna step forward 25 feet. I'm going to. I don't know what. God, there's not much I can do. And then I'm going to take 2 actions to prepare an action. Is that correct?
To
ready?
To
To ready, which is when something comes in my range, I'm going to strike it.
Okay.
Does that then also give me the attack of opportunity?
No, when
That's
they
a
come
reaction.
into range, you would then strike, and then if they left that range, you would then able to react.
Okay, cool. Yep.
That's
done.
what you're doing? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Next up are the Void Claws. The first one is charging right at you, and actually, violently swipes and does 5 points of damage to the guard as it runs by. It continues on, and it uses it to propel itself faster, gets on you, and before it can attack, you get to strike first.
I think there was a hero point that was supposed to be handed out sometime soon, but I rolled a 3 and then plus I am going to use my hero point.
All right.
Let's try that again. It's going to be 28 to hit.
28 is a hit, and we had a hero point that needed to be given out. We have Frank in attendance here watching. You get to give it out. Who is it going to? Christopher's raising his hand.
I'm going to give it to.
Ooh, Yannick.
Chris/Yannick has received the extra
Thank you.
hero point.
24 points of damage.
Okay.
Are
done.
these fiends?
Checking. Boop, 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 boop. No.
Okay.
I'm going to change that and say maybe.
Okay.
Hold.
Depends on where you hit them.
It also depends on what plane they're from, and are they considered fiends in that plane, or is it a regional thing?
No,
Fiends
fiends.
isn't a word we like to use anymore.
Fiends has connection to unholy planes. No, they are not.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Is there a difference between the sparkly stuff on the ground and the snowy stuff that looks to be appearing?
No, the snowy stuff, if you've noticed, is a cool visual, and it is in the air and is lightly causing Jericho to cough a bit every time he sings.
Okay.
It's got tuberculosis.
All right.
We fight in asbestos, yes.
The creature who has reached you, Yannick, lashes out with some jaws and snaps at you with a 30 to hit.
It hits.
All right. 14 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Okay. That will be reduced to 12 with Jericho's resistance.
Jericho's. Oh, yeah.
So 112. Okay. That's my hit point total.
And then for its last action, it holds on and pulls and starts sucking at the blood within you and is going to try to drain vitality. Make a fortitude 26.
+1.
If you fail, it would not be good for you.
27.
Okay.
And I believe fortitude may be critical success. One of them is.
There's nothing on there for here, so for now
Okay.
that's okay. Great. There is another void claw, and it is charging, and it's going to keep on charging right over towards Galen, but it takes all of its actions to get there as there's no human to claw at for speed. Speaking of which, Galen, you're right there. You're ready to go.
Woo! This thing put itself right next to me. Oh, I was not expecting that, actually. All right, Yannick seems to have the other one occupied, so Galen switches his attention to the one directly in front of him and will once again exploit vulnerability on it, and rolls a 28, which I believe was the same thing I rolled last time.
Yep.
All right, so same information, and with that, we'll make a strike at it.
Does that not carry over? You have to do that each time?
There are benefits to having the exploit vulnerability on specific targets.
Got it.
And maybe a critical. You never know.
Yep, exactly right. I'm rolling all these sevens. That's a 2. It's a 25.
25 against the Void Claw is a miss.
As a miss. We're gonna keep it rolling. He's gonna strike
Get it.
again.
Get him.
The first one misses. The second one will strike true. No, it won't. That is a 2. That's an 18.
Okay.
That's my 3 turns.
All right. That is a miss. As that happens, a bunch of this strange floating what is it called
Snow?
from Stranger Things? The upside down.
The upside down. Yeah.
The strange little floating crap in the air coalesces just briefly into the visage of a human woman in a robe type look, but all just blue and snowy outline. And the Ashen Queen, who is somewhere within this cave, is able to cast from nearby safely, and then it fades away. She casts a spell at someone. You see her trying to seek out someone in particular, but as her vision fades, she just quickly lashes out, and it is at Hemlock. Hemlock, you start to get nervous and start to giggle a little bit nervously. Go ahead and make a will saving throw. Before you do, will saving throw, your DC is 30.
Plus one.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I got a question. Is this? What's going on from this? Is the trigger from this either auditory or visual?
Neither.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'll use my hero point on that natural 1. And it's 24.
24 is a fail. You are slowed 1 and cannot use reactions, and the spell is sustained.
Shoot.
On the bright side, that slowed one just bounces against your quickened and your normal.
Yeah.
It feels so fast. Oh, I'm normal again. Stupid witch.
I'm the slowest fast guy or the fastest slowest guy?
All right. That is it. It is... to the south. A queen shade appears peeking around a rough-hewn cave pillar and chucks some black curved knives very far and with great speed and accuracy at Yannick, the heavily armored, though.
Shoot, that's really far.
34 to hit.
Yes.
11 points of piercing.
9.
And then he steps back behind the pillar. Jericho, you are up. You're in the middle of the group in the northwest.
All right. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move to flank the guy that is to my east.
So moving to flank with Galen on the Void Claw? Okay.
Yep, to help him out there. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Horn of Blasting, and I'm going to put it right up against that creature's ear and go, and pop that. So it's a 1 action. I activate it by blowing it with Destructive Intent. He has to make a DC 28 basic fort save versus 3d6 sonic damage.
26, he failed.
All right, so he will take all of this sonic damage of 3d6. Oh, look at that. 2 1s and a 2. That's the best I could possibly roll. So that's 4 whole points of damage.
He enjoys all 4, does not cut that in half.
Oh, dang.
Oh, good.
Okay.
And then for my last action, I am going to do a seek action because we are told that there was a bad lady here. I don't know if it helps me at all, but I do have my soul sight, but I'm going to then kind of just turn around and see, because this is who we're after, just look through the darkness with my little bit of, I can see a little bit in the dark, I can see a little bit of souls, and I'm looking for the soul of a witch.
Seeking by anyone else would do nothing at all. Seeking with Soul Sight absolutely does. With that action, you have a sense, a vague idea of these things might coalesce here, here, or here. So when next she strikes, if someone is within 30 feet of you or you yourself, you will give +2 to any save that she does.
Nice.
But do I not get any sense of where she's at?
You don't. This is not her. This is a projection of her.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, great. Zaldor.
Yes, right. Well, This is getting to be quite a bit of a problem. Zaldor will make sure that his distance is correct. That seems appropriate. It's about 30 feet out. Standing where he is, Zaldor will reach out and reach into his robes and pull out a great blazing bolt. Make sure that's the right one I want. It is. Yes, not the Force Barrage. With the blazing bolt, he will then cast that out. Because I believe this one here, yes, that's 5 feet from Jericho, but not from Zaldor. It's 40 feet from Zaldor. Let's make sure that's that distance correct. I think I'm measuring the wrong
like
distance
down there,
here.
yeah.
49 feet, 39 feet. Well, that changes things only slightly. Let me make sure that we have the right attack distance for what we're doing here, because if we need to, in that case, 60 feet. Wonderful. Zaldor casts Blazing Bolt.
Blazing Bolt.
And he will fire it a full 60 feet out at both of the claws, the void claws that are out in front of him.
Okay.
The 2 actions. And launch. I believe with the Blazing Bolt, it is an attack roll. So he's going to roll attack for each.
This is the north one.
That was for the north one, that's 27 to hit.
Hits.
The other one is not as much. That was 19.
Miss.
So for the Blazing Bolt's damage is, I'm sure it's terribly extreme. It's the 3d6.
Oh, that's what I did.
6, 2, and 2, that is 10 points
That is
of
what I did.
fire damage.
That's 2.5 times more than you, Jericho.
He's 2.5 times better caster of painful magic than I am
All right.
on our party.
Anything else, Zaldor?
I think that should do it. Let's see. I just want to make sure there's a counter spell and any other one. No, that's it. That's it for Zaldor.
Okay. We have castle guards that are some are barking orders, some are lining up. 1, 2, we'll just get there. All right, so we have a couple things happening. We have one of these castle guards finally reach the knight Suryonic, and he gets 2 attacks with an 18 and a 15 to hit.
It's disdainfully no.
All right. Then to the east of you, between you guys and all the cages, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 of these guys, 5 of which fire quick little crossbows in your direction, Jericho and Ionic.
I should have light cover between the 2 foes.
So you can add 1 to your AC. And then Jericho, I had a 22 and a 24 against you, Yannick.
Absolutely not.
To Jericho, 3 shots. 20 was the highest one. All the crossbows go everywhere. It's like the scene from 300 with the arrows, but like fired by children.
We will fight in the darkness of Nerf arrows. Yana, can you remind me? I want to make sure I got this correctly. How much you got that last stack? Last time you got attacked, how much you rolled
I
for?
took 12 and then 9. I have myself at 103.
Correct. Thank you.
One of the castle guards to the northeast has unlocked one of the 5 cages and released one of the 5 void claws.
Oh, good.
That comes running out. Does 5 points of damage to him for letting it out.
It's got to run through a bunch of those guys. It should
And then
slot it in.
runs and gets 5 more feet and then gets 5 more feet and covers extra distance.
Fireball right there.
And is clawing its way through the guards to get there. The other 3 guards at the cages continue to work on theirs with the hissing and screaming void claws that are still caged, trying to get free as fast as they can. Next up is our gunslinger, Hemlock.
Reload. And I will fire.
Is that 1 action or is that 2?
That's 2 actions.
It's 2 actions.
And normally taking 2 hands to do, but not for you, right?
Yes, correct. A free hand. to do, but I can do it dual wielding. And I will fire at that guard that is on Yannick.
Okay.
Goodbye.
37.
37. He is destroyed.
Was that a
that's my
critical
That is
hit?
a critical hit.
You are
my-
quickened!
3 actions because I was slowed.
So does the quicken then counteract the slow since it happens again?
He just has 3 actions.
He
I
just has
have
3 actions this
Okay.
round.
instead of
Gotcha.
4. But that goes away, right?
The slowed is gone.
Yeah.
The condition is not. You need to roll at the end of your turn. Continue your turn,
Well,
then
it's
you're
the
going to
end
make a
of my
roll.
turn.
That is the end of your turn. All right. You need to make a will save.
Question. Does my plus affect it yet, or just the next time a cast?
The next time a direct new thing.
Thank you.
You still get +1 to saves right now because of the
Yeah.
Inspire defense.
I failed.
Fail. You are slowed 1 and can't use reactions.
2 on the dice.
Is it a critical fail? 30 is your target?
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Maybe
it's a
use
critical fail.
a
Okay.
hero point.
I already did.
Oh no!
All right. You still can't use actions or reactions. Sorry, you can't use reactions for 1 round. You cannot use actions for 1 round.
Oof.
You are out for 1 round and you fall prone, all laughing hysterically. What is it that you are laughing about that is so hysterical?
Well, okay, so is this... I thought this was... Because you said that was sustained by the witch,
Yep.
right? Okay. So I actually should have gotten a fail save. So I have the condition stubborn.
Yes, what is that?
On my first failed save, first controlling effect, I get to roll a second save at the start of my next turn.
Let's look at this. That might.
Yeah. Should be huge. That's definitely control.
That might. Let's look at this real fast. Yeah, let's go for that.
20.
Okay.
21.
21?
21?
That's not a crit
That's
fail.
not a
Yeah.
critical fail.
That's
That is
not-
a huge difference. You are now just slowed 1.
Big save, Jericho. Big
Yep.
save.
Ooh. Okay. Speaking of witches, there's an old one. You know her. You love her. Al Kenet. Al, what you got?
She moves 25 feet into the elbow between
Hemlock.
and Galen.
Above them,
There you
behind
go,
them? Okay.
right there.
So you are flanking Galen with the Void Claw or supporting Hemlock from behind.
Touching both of them and saying, do you know touch spells?
These are wonderful. And casting on the creature there. This is
The Void Claw?
Void Claw.
Okay.
This is Needle Darts.
That was going to be Empower Void Claw.
That will be 37 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, 16d4.
Sorry? What did you just say?
16d4.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Zaldor also cast Needle Darts. And when Zaldor casts Needle Darts, he gets... He gets 4d4? Unless I guess I have to cast it
Enjoy
at
your
a
new
higher
reality.
level.
16d4.
16d4. You do 46 points of damage. Doubled.
And get empowered with the thing
Wow.
too.
It will-
Quickened. Because of Zaldor's.
Oh, no.
Because of.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a critical
That
hit.
was
so,
a critical,
So Alcanet is
yes.
now quickened as well
So it's just a rain.
for the round.
You obliterate that creature, shredding it just like some weird Mythbusters experiment.
You got
Right
one of those
past Galdor's
battery-powered
ear.
Nerf guns in the backpack.
Or Galen's ear.
And you have 1 additional action.
You know, I'm going to enjoy dying to you later.
I am
Death by sneezing.
recalling knowledge on Galen.
Fuck!
Weakness.
Okay.
You said society?
You just see him
Yes.
huddled in his cold, dark
Fail.
home without his
Rolling
wife,
very terrible.
All
but
right.
rocking.
Your
And I
spell-
put
your
a
attack roll was
familiar on
good.
there for you.
Attack roll was great.
Yeah. See,
all right.
that should be meaningful to you that your rolls against these guys poor,
Oh.
against the Ashen Queen.
It's affecting outcomes, so I'm liking it.
Yannick.
Yannick, can I get a sight on
sorry.
Yannick, please?
Yeah. There you
And
are.
how badly damaged is that void creature?
Badly.
Injured. Okay. Yannick will channel some power of Karahel into his Fishard, and it reforms into a giant maul, giant basically club type weapon, and he's going to swipe mightily at this void claw. 7 plus 18, 26 to hit.
Is what you need.
Nice.
So he is going to do 15, 19, 25 damage and shove him 5 feet back.
Oh, well, you push him back.
Nice.
Yes.
Near death, you stumble the creature back, which shrieks, blue blood squirting out of it.
Right. And then, and I can step forward with that, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I will strike again.
All right, stepping forward, you strike again.
And that's only my plus 13. I rolled an 8, so plus 9, so what is that, 22?
All right, swing and a miss.
Okay.
It is its turn, and it is
Oh,
going.
you stepped into it. Oh, okay.
And before it goes, Galen, make an occult. I'm going to say 25. You see something weird happening with the white falling snow. magical
31.
snow. Okay.
Okay.
You see a sense of multiple forms of Kenet that are starting to quiver, and they seem to be trying to
Kenet
gather around
or the Ash Queen?
group. Ashen Queen, Ashen Queen.
Because that's very different.
different. Ashen Queen.
Not better, not worse, just different.
Yes, exactly.
And she's trying to do something different on her turn that's making you react a little bit better. You'll be a little more responsive to it when she does take her turn. Just FYI, it is not her turn.
And spotting that, I will shout out, beware, she forms again, and point
All right.
in the direction.
Great. The Void Claw right next to Psionic that has been beat to hell is going to jaw attack you, Yannick, with a 40s. No, that's the damage. That's the damage you did. 21 to hit.
Not even close.
Okay. 27 to hit.
Closer, but still a miss.
What? And 23 to hit.
That hits.
Further
Wow.
away.
All right. Is where I'm clicking, was that next to Galen where the last one died?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Its body has bursted open into blue gore, and I need the two people next to it, Galen and Jericho, to make fortitude saves as
Plus
you are
one.
splashed in the face or take void damage. 25 fortitude.
Question, is this blood magic stuff?
Yes.
Sweet, plus 3, plus 4 total.
Nice.
So
Does
that's
that
a
mean
plus
I get
18.
a... Oh, no, that's on that. So
30.
not that much. 21.
21.
22.
Okay. So 20 points of void damage to Galen, 10 only to Jericho as the creature bursts.
So that creature I had exploit vulnerability on, I will use my amulet's abeyance to delete some of that damage to...
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, never mind.
10 points?
Yeah.
How much do you take away?
Minus 10.
That makes it 0. Oh, no, that makes it 10 for you then.
Yeah, 10. I took 10. And I have 5 resistance until my next turn,
Okay.
which will be soon.
We both took 10.
Nice. That is there. That is there. It is your turn, Galen, and you sense the Ashen Queen will strike soon after you.
Good delay.
Can you show me 120 feet to the right?
To the right, all the way 120 feet. Do you need a line?
Yeah, just show me where 120 goes from my line of sight.
There-ish. In the right behind the majority of the guards there.
Okay.
I've got you at 121.06 feet.
That 06.
That resolves the question there. Okay. Again, Galen shifts the target of his exploit vulnerability with a 31 onto the other creature,
The Void Claw?
the Void Claw to the south.
The one that's near dead next to
Yep.
Yannick.
It's a success.
And then we'll spend 2 actions to strike at it from distance.
Okay.
I told you that would never come in handy.
From 100 and
No, the one to the south.
south. Okay.
The one
It's within
beside
60
Yannick.
feet.
That would make
32
sense.
feet. 32 feet away.
All right, it's near death.
Crying out loud, I cannot roll well on that. That's going to be a 24, which we know misses.
Swing.
It's
You
my
pull back the last second, almost hitting Yannick.
That's it.
Okay. Magic, strange, falling snow around you coalesces into a small silhouette of a female figure before fading, but the figure appears close to Galen and Zaldor. Zaldor, choose displacement or pain.
Oh, God. I will choose displacement.
Displacement.
Unless you're displacing a part of me.
That's a good question.
Same question to you, Galen. Displacement or pain?
Displacement.
Okay. Each of you make a reflex save. Your target number is 30.
Before you roll, did my thing come into play with this?
Yes.
You said that I had some advantage I was giving to my friends
Yep.
from what I saw.
Yep.
So it's a +2. So with your Inspired Defense plus that, it's a +3 to
Sure.
our roll. Okay.
Yeah.
When Tom's that giving with the pluses, you know you know the failure is bad.
I got a 30.
34. Ha-ha!
Oh, okay.
Flourish!
You guys feel yourselves being yanked towards the blue vine nastiness in the middle of the chamber.
Oh, no, thank you.
And you hold your ground as the silhouette of the lady grabs onto you and tries to pull you, and then the snow gets pulled off in the distance of the Ashen Queen. You hear her voice echo through the chamber. She's still somewhere in here, and she says, "I will have you yet. Your blood will be on my hands." And she laughs.
Good save.
I don't know what she said, but it sounded bad.
Jericho, you may take a turn about that.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go and run down to flank with my friend.
goodness.
Yes, right there. With flank with Yannick.
People really trying to steal that kill from you.
I'm just
No,
worried
you got
about him
all
being
these
so
babies
far in
over. You
front.
got all the babies down there you can shoot. It's a target-rich environment for you on those. This guy's harder to crit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get a 36.
Yep.
That's a tougher one. How far is it, by the way, to the big rock in the middle for me? Like that big giant rock with all the
Approximately-
blue crap?
Well, you know what? Let me draw you a line.
I love lions.
100 feet.
I did it.
100 feet? That is so incredibly interesting.
You have confusion, don't you?
He can't remember.
I got. I don't think
There's a whole group of people that could be affected greatly by that.
Well, the issue is my confusion. If I'm double checking on it right here. When I get, I can hit a whole bunch of people there with it, but it's got a range of 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'm not quite there. But
Yep.
I'll be honest. The real issue is that Jericho, the Ashen Queen, doesn't interest him at all. In fact, none of his stuff that he came south had anything to do with the Ashen Queen. He came.
Yeah. Don't worry about what the party has to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take care of Jerry.
Or the mortal danger in front of us. But go ahead.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate your selfishness in that.
And we appreciate yours.
But the reason why we came here, the reason we came south in the first place, was Kelly Varro told us to take care of a big yucky rock. So he's actually been focused more on that rock and wondering if that's a bigger issue in the midst of all of this. And then that's the world-ending thing. Yeah, he's gonna look at all those guys, and that's right there. Okay. I see what's going on with all those guys right there. He's gonna use his horn of blasting again on the guy that's right here with Yannick.
Okay.
So that guy again's got to make the same save. It's a fort save.
Fort save 24.
That is a fail. He needs a 28. So I do the same big fat 3d6. I'll probably get over 3 damage.
Let's go.
Let's go. Always improving.
Oh, look at that. That's 8 damage.
Okay. He is near death.
That's 8 damage.
One shade darker towards death.
Did it get?
It did. It shaded down a bit.
One void shade dark.
Yeah. And I know that my friend here has been doing a lot of stuff, so I want to give the aid action to my friend as he does his attack.
Which friend?
To Yannick as he does his attack. And so the classic move, I saw that him just shove this guy. So my last action is I'm pretty short, so I'm going to bend down behind this creature's knees. So he'll be easier to trip
Oh, okay.
and knock over.
I like that.
So I can give the aid action to Yannick.
That's great.
Is that a table in existence to the north of Yannick?
That
It's a
big X
light.
right there.
It's a
That's a
lamp.
lamp.
It's a
yeah.
magical
The lamp,
floor
okay,
light.
it looked like
It's a magical floor light.
Magical floor.
And then we don't, in a house rule, we don't mess with rolling to speed things along, so it's going to be a guaranteed +1 bonus to Yannick. Okay. Great. We have a hero point to give out again by Frank.
Glorious.
Who is it going to be? Galen. Frank said Galen needs to get some help, so Galen has it.
Always need that help.
All right.
That's true. That's true.
Zaldor.
Zaldor's been eyeing things and seeing that the void claws have been well handled in front of him. He's waiting and waiting, and oh, look. Everyone seems to be clustering in a nice tight circle. It's just the way he would have planned it. So he casually reaches inside of his cloak and pulls out a small ball of flame, blows in it to make it a larger ball of flame, and fills it up to make it a little slightly larger ball of flame.
And cast magic missile.
Puts it away and throws a fireball about 100 feet out into a great big pile of guards.
Ooh, can you draw out how big is the area of a fireball?
It is a 20-foot burst.
Okay.
Whoop, it's not. Burst. There we go. Whoop.
It's still pretty
Oh,
big.
God, so many of them. Now I need to move the token. Back to token movement. That's not why.
No, it should still be there. Where do you want it?
I want to see if I can catch the Void Claw and pretty much as many of the guards as pass.
There you go.
That's about right.
One higher.
Nope, because you would lose the 2 guards
Oh.
to the south.
Would you? Oh,
Yep.
you're right. They would fall out of it.
Yeah. So that's 1,
Yep,
2,
that's
3, 4,
maximum.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different
And not a single
creatures.
party member.
You're going to save a lot of frame rate.
They do need to make a basic reflex save first.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, we need to know if any of them critically fail, right?
Yeah.
No, it's critical hits.
Okay.
Is on that one. Zaldor, you on the, we don't know about the Void Claw yet, but of the guards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one of them is going to miraculously critically succeed. All the others will die. Which one lives?
The one who just saw it coming and just ducked out. So bottom east, closest to the pillar in the back.
Yeah, right
he's
there?
the farthest away from
Okay.
Zaldor. Hey guys, you don't think you should watch out?
Screams, huge explosion, guard bits flying everywhere, and now roll damage for the void, the
Does that
undamaged
guard
Void
in the
Claw.
upper right, does he get nicked at all?
Nope.
Wow, that's a lot of 6s. 6, 12, 18, 22, 29, 33 points of flame.
Wow.
All right.
This was a fireball of vitality, right?
This was 31 on the save, so I think it's cut in half, round down.
Correct. So it's 15? I said 31?
said 33.
33, 16 points of damage. All right, you flame up the Void Claw a little bit.
I was thinking about running over to cast that confusion. I guess I'll change that plan.
Yeah. Oh, we got more coming.
Anything else? Wizard.
I mean, I don't feel like I need. Yes, actually. In a little bit of a light flourish to himself, Zalo will chuckle and shake his jingly bracelet. He has a bracelet of dashing that when he jingles it for one action, I suddenly have windblown hair all the time.
Fabio.
And move an extra 10 feet every time I take a movement for the next minute.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right.
Are you moving now?
No!
Oh, okay.
Jingling bracelets, but if I want to,
Yeah, okay.
I can. Thank you for asking.
Some future time.
Oh dear.
1 second. Okay.
Cleared up our initiative board a little bit.
Yes, thank you.
We have at least 3, 4, 6, 10, 12 more.
Al Kenet, you have a choice to make. Do you want to continue to be connected and have the benefits of being part of the blood web that affects all the blood witches within Thave, or do you want to be disconnected from it?
I will be connected.
Okay. You are connected from it. You guys all see Al Kenet disappear.
What?
And you are teleported all the way across the map to right next to the Ashen Queen. You stand 20 feet next to her and she finishes waving her hand. She still has
Can
two
I cue
actions.
him in my music?
I would like you to karate chop her once right to the side of the neck.
Sweep the leg.
She still has 2 actions left, but she's pulled you over here. She finishes, and you form around her with the swirling, crazy white dust having brought you. And she says, I don't know who you are or what you hope to accomplish here, but you do not desecrate my castle.
It took you much too long to get my attention or to seek your audience. And this is not your temple.
She raises an eyebrow and seems very confused as to who you are, what is going on. And then she lashes out with the blood equivalent of magic missile. Little blobs of painful blood hit you automatically, one after the other, the other.
It's like a paintball gun.
2.
It is now, damn it! Force barrage of blood. Ow, 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 ow. Stop it. Ow, ow, ow.
10, 14, 28 points of force damage. Unblockable.
What happened to Alkanet's familiar when that happened? Did it stay behind or come
no,
with?
it will come with it.
Say milieu?
Familiar.
Oh, familiar.
The milius.
What happened to her vermilion?
And she just laughs. It just keeps firing and firing and firing. Your familiar does appear next to you.
Where have you been? Doing all this damage.
I was on the wrong place.
I ordered polenta from DoorDash.
Guard.
Wait.
Yes.
That barrage settles down.
Yes.
Al Kenet just sternly looks at her. Are you finished?
The guard, Larry, who survived the fireball, I was going to have him shoot.
Run, Larry!
He's going to step backwards. Get the hell out
He's
of
the
Dodge.
schmuck who runs into the
for
big
Larry.
battle at the...
Yes, we can get rid of that. Okay, the other guard are going to shoot.
Come to your senses, Larry.
This guy's going to run over to this cage to try and let that one out. This guy has succeeded, but is immediately killed by the Void Claw that he got out. And that Void Claw runs a great distance for free. I just need to remember to do that. Actually, I'm going to cut that in half because it still gets another turn in a bit.
He doesn't have to pay.
1, 2, 3. We have, no, not 3. Larry's not shooting. We have 2 guards that are firing their crossbows. Watch out! Well, these are going at the closest. That's Jericho's ass is taking the majority of these crossbow bolts.
165
He's
feet
knelt
away?
down on the ground. He should get
Also known as
cover.
Varen's ass, like Captain America.
Which one's shooting at me?
This guard and this guard.
Well, I will empathetically one of them.
From that far,
There's
what?
no range.
What?
You can look it up, but there
All
ain't
right,
no
well,
line
range.
of effect.
If-
So he's
awesome.
on hands and knees and looks over with this innocent expression.
the two-seat turns
Yeah,
slightly.
you shake your ass a little.
That works. You wiggle the little tush.
Yeah, absolutely. Towards the
Hypothetically,
first
from now
one
on,
that's
as the
shooting
tush
towards
wiggle.
me, I'll burn that reaction.
The first one, okay.
Alrighty. That'll be 24.
24 is
Diplomacy versus their will DC.
Thank you. That's the song about Kenet. Is a critical success.
Pulls his action.
He's the hand shooting at me.
The top guy doesn't shoot at you at all. The bottom guy got a 22 to hit.
Nope.
What? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, because it's the second attack, and then it's a 22 in green, a critical hit on the second one. He pulls off exactly what he needed. You are shot in the ass, and you're to blame. 7 doubled, 14 ass damage.
Okay.
Like a delightfully plump pincushion, you are hit.
You take 2 less than that.
Oh, I do. Thank you.
That's as good as they could hope for. But not yet. You are ganged up by a guard, the 2 that came from the south. One takes 2 actions to get behind you, is flanking you with the void, and he strikes with his sword. 12. The other one comes up to the side of you, Jericho. You are surrounded by bad guys. He gets only 1 action, and that is a 9 to hit.
That misses. by the way.
Okay, they're swinging, and you're just parrying or ducking, as you will. All right,
Oh, good. Another clump around Jericho.
Hemlock.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'll fire on the guard to the east of my buddy Jericho.
All right,
One is flanking him.
Oh, God.
38.
is a critical hit. He is destroyed.
You're quickened.
And I will reload and shoot at the other little bastard.
Are you sure you don't want to keep him in reserve?
I know they're little bags
Right?
of blood, and they're like little goodie pods.
I feel like Larry's going to be sacrificed to the quickened.
Ooh. So 22?
22 is a hit. That's embarrassing.
What did you roll on the die?
15
Do a
points of
hero
damage.
point. All right. He is hurt, but alive.
I'm still alive.
Anything else you got?
Oh, yeah, I gotta roll my willpower to not be slowed.
Yes. No, do not roll. She did not sustain. She dealt with Kenet.
Yeah, buddy.
You are good.
You got
So you have another action now.
another action.
Yeah.
Correct. That dropped at that point. Yes, correct.
I will reload.
Okay, bold reload. Speaking of Kenet, in the middle of the chamber, partially hidden, is the Ashen Queen, a blood witch of the Coven, face to face, about 20 feet away from the Jagged Witch, Kenet. It is Kenet's turn.
Kenet will approach the Blood Witch.
Goodness.
Like straight up, like walk up to her approach. Got it.
Yep,
Doing the slow walk.
it's the slow walk.
That's 15 feet.
I even
of-
walked defiantly across the blue vines, just stepping on them and crushing them out.
A little horrified right now.
You're right in front of her. Is that what you wanted?
Yes,
Done.
thank you. I'm casting a spell.
What is said spell?
You might want to look it up.
Death touch. Is that what it's called?
Close. Blood Feast.
What the hell?
Making me hungry.
Well, when you make a Blood Witch a player, this is what you get.
Blood beast. It is 2 actions. 1 creature, range, touch.
I think that meets the condition.
Okay, your head, your Kenet's head, splits vertically into an enormous maw, which then feasts upon the target's blood.
What?
Make a spell attack roll. After the spell, your head sews back together as if it had never split apart.
And this is all happening behind the stone, so we're not.
You just see the head slit and then she walks behind the boulder.
All right.
Spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll. Here we go.
Big 20.
Oh, no. I got a hero point this one because it's a big spell.
It's not a hero point. What's it called?
What'd you roll?
Dark point?
I think it's a dark point.
And you have like,
And you have advantage when you roll with your dark points,
or
right?
you can.
Oh, yeah. The dragon roll version of
Yep.
it. So 2 and take... Which
Roll
die?
2, take
best.
advantage.
I'm excited for this.
Blood Maw.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hot witch on witch action.
A natural 1 or 31.
31 is a hit.
Nice.
12d6.
Yowza.
Frick, I'm ruling that. Is 43 points
Wow.
of damage.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Piercing
average.
damage. 6 persistent. After head for you gain temporary hit points for 1 minute equal to half the piercing damage the target takes.
She's even harder to kill now.
Yeah. Hopefully the Ashen Queen's response is
Measure
proportional.
it. Yeah.
All right, how much did I just say? 46?
46.
Okay. She has gone from perfect health to
Barely injured.
Scratched.
Less than perfect.
Unharmed.
Perfect health to unharmed.
Unharmed.
there we go, barely injured.
There we go.
All right, brutal. Speaking of brutal, Yannick.
Can I get a range to the guard that is not directly beside me?
Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I need faces. There we go.
Is he more than 5 feet away?
The barely injured guard?
Yeah.
The badly injured? Yeah, he's
10.
10.
so I'll give you exact range here. 10
10.
feet away.
Okay. I'm going to take a single step to the southeast. Thank you for the flanking, Jericho, but I'm going to utilize something. Actually, you know what? I'm going to attack first, and then I may step. And I am attacking. I take... Let me see something. Where's my fishard?
In your hands.
Thank you. Sweep. Okay. I'm going to attack this guy first. The Fishard stays as the Fishard.
Which guy is this
the
guy?
Void Claw guy that I am flanking. So that will be -2 for him. I rolled a 22 to hit.
On the Void Claws,
Yes. Yeah.
flanked is a miss.
Yep. So I'm actually not going to move, and I'm going to make another attack.
Okay.
And that's better. That's going to be with the +1. That's going to be a 20.
There's no plus.
There's no +1.
Okay.
Different,
just 20,
different song.
20,
Do we need a different
20,
light?
26 to hit, plus he's flanked.
That's a hit. Do we need a different color light
On the void.
for the song?
Okay. And those are supposed to be 8s because it's still my...
15 life left. Perfect.
He is down.
All right.
He is down. I did about 25.
Slain.
So that's 2 actions.
Hold. The guard dies to the eruption of blood, and you and Jericho for the second time need to make fortitude saves to the erupting Void Claw.
I'm going to use a hero point because I just rolled a 3.
Fortitude 25.
My last hero point.
I'm gonna use a hero point. I got a total of a 14, but I will use a hero point.
Ooh,
30.
This is almost max damage.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Ooh.
But I have a ton of pluses. But I will critically. I'll get a
25.
19.
Fortitude.
Hold on.
Saving throw.
19.
Pathfinder.
29, 34, 38.
Is a critical.
Wow.
Huge. At this
good
point,
reason.
it's tasty to the gnome.
Just reaches down to his butt just a little bit there. It is.
Salty.
Wow. All right. And you
I took half
passed.
damage, yeah.
It was 35 void damage and half is 17.
Jeez.
So you're taking 17?
That could have been 70 group damage. It became 17. Fan-freaking-tastic.
And if you didn't have your hero points, you were both looking at critical failures potentially, so that could have been a lot more.
86?
Oh, God, yeah.
How's it?
All right. Fantastic. A Void Claw is going to go, and where is it? There it is. And I skipped this dude. He is charging at the closest target he can get to, which is Jericho.
That's true.
That takes all of his actions, though. You just look between your legs as you're bent over with your butt out, and you see it coming, and you start to quiver.
In anticipation.
Another Void Claw is going to run, heading towards more of the rest of the group to the northwest, but doesn't quite get there. I have another one coming out from behind the rock area, charging towards the Jericho Yonic group. And that's all I have, because those are the only ones let loose. It is Galen's turn.
Yannick, you've got this.
We're good here.
Can Galen see the one to the north? Is that line of sight? I guess I can because it's in there. Okay, great. Then that is also within 60 feet of me. Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to say, yes,
48 feet.
55 feet.
Excellent. All right. So again, exploiting vulnerability.
Weird numbers.
30.
Success.
Cool. And then we'll again attempt this
Ranged attack.
strike with reach. Yeah. See what we can do this time. That's a lot better. That is going to be a 37 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So 3,
You're,
4, 5.
Quickened now, too.
Yeah.
Winning
Oh,
streak.
nice. So actually it was a 38 because we still got that right. We still have the plus ones on. No, we don't have that. Never mind. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 16, 23. Doubled is 46. 46 vitality damage.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Brutal. And you did your +6 thing?
Yes.
Okay. 46.
Yes.
Vitality.
All right. Nice, big, juicy hit. And that was this guy I just marked to the east.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I think you have another action left.
No, that is
You're
that
quickened now.
Quickened.
Oh, I am quickened. Right. Then
down here with us.
I will attempt to demoralize it with an intimidating glare. I just struck it so fiercely that now I stare it down and say, "Bring it on." So yeah, we'll attempt an intimidating glare. 28.
It ignores it in every way.
Well then, I thought that was a pretty good roll.
All right.
It's the glare, so it doesn't need to be a shared language. But they may not be vulnerable to fear.
They may not.
Stumbling back, the Ashen Queen. Let's make her visible on the initiative now, shall we? The Ashen Queen stumbles back from you. Why is she not appearing? There we go.
Still like there's the
Stumbles back
Queen
and
shade.
says, "Who are you?" Recoiling in pain and bleeding all about her head.
Don't remind.
You do not recognize the true builder, the owner of this place. This is my home. And you are trespassing.
The Jagged Queen? How? How is this possible?
Fortune? Sheer luck? The will of the gods? You choose. But I am here to make it a reality.
This is my realm now. and she lashes out with an open hand, no visual whatsoever. She plunges her magic energy through the blood web that is weaved throughout all of Thave and tries to take control and dominate you.
Oh, God.
The bad news is you're going to have a penalty. The good news is this penalty will also apply to her on any will saves you do in her future as well.
Okay.
You are going to be possibly dominated. This is a level 6 spell,
Can I get some of that?
and you need to make a will save -3.
Will save -3.
Yes, please.
All right.
Good luck.
She is a. Wanted to make sure here.
Is she a fiend?
No.
1 second, checking on something here.
What does dominated mean?
We will find out once we
Okay.
get this roll.
She's a dominatrix.
What is going on over there?
That's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
I lean over his shoulder and look, but he gets angry with me if I try and do that.
My blood magic.
Look up Witch Warden.
Witch Warden as a feat. Okay, I see a feat. Yeah, I get +1 bonus on there.
Okay. And
You are the Jagged Witch,
I
resistant to
need the-
witchery.
Need the what's the DC I'm looking for?
30.
30. All right.
So you're -2.
-2. I'm rolling my DC.
Nope, you're rolling will -2. Just
Oh,
roll.
will
So
-2.
will
Will
save
save.
-2.
Okay.
What's our spell right
That's different.
Change the color for this.
now? Oh, okay.
Sorry, can
Okay,
you
that's
show
what I
that to me
thought.
as well? Got it.
Checking.
Will save.
All right. Burn. With my +1, 31.
It's a -2 to will.
+1. It's 18, 31, 32, -3,
Yeah.
29.
You fail by 1.
Oh,
You fail by
Sweet.
1.
Boy, if she had that, though.
Jericho looks at his song. Oopsie doodles. Okay, here's what happens.
Oh, no.
A couple things happen.
No. I don't want them to happen.
She accomplishes a great deal. This is her realm. And what she does is she sends you back the way you came.
I don't like that.
Oh no.
Kenet reforms around the heroes 150 feet to the northwest.
hey, we're Quicken. Where you been?
Kenet readjusts your speed to go immediately after her.
I don't see how this could go poorly.
And then I need to ask you, Kenet, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes around you, how many of those are allies to you?
Zaldor, Hemlock, Jericho.
Okay. The other two, Hemlock. Sorry, not Hemlock. Yannick.
Yannick and Galen.
And Galen. You hear her
We've
voice.
made some questionable choices, sir.
You hear her voice dominate through you. The magic connecting all of Thave, Coven of Witches, dominates you, even you, the first witch. And for your next turn, which is about to happen in a moment, she says, kill them all. And you must now go out of your way to kill Yannick and Galen on your turn, which is happening right now.
Oh my god.
Glad I didn't get those recall checks.
If that +1 had happened.
Yeah.
Oof-ta. All right.
Do I get future? I'm imagining I get future resistance to.
Yeah, every
that.
turn, at the end of your turn, you'll be able to make a roll. So right now, you are going to try to destroy those two heroes. They are within 15, 20 feet of you. Use your absolute best capabilities to kill them, your highest level magic that you possibly can, and we'll see what that is when we return next week, as we will stop there for tonight. We are in the middle of craziness. Cannot wait to see what the hell is going to happen. And we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Forever.
I said, I'm stabbing straight into it. It kind of hits the wing right at its kind of base, and I just kind of pull up, shears the wing off, and the creature just cries and sort of icily shatters apart as it screams its final otherworldly gasp. Exactly.
All right. There is but one badly wounded orc left, and we will allow. We're gonna skip some heroes, and we will allow a Hemlock to fire off one last blast to kill it.
Oh, I put my gun right to his nuts.
You got it. But you got to give us. This will be an automatic miss unless you give us a quip before you pull the trigger. It's gotta be a good one.
I hear you're a farmer. Here's some acres.
Okay. You blast him away, and that orc brute drops dead to the ground. Every one of the enemies has been slain. It is a bloody mess. And we're going to end our adventure here again at the end of another battle, just like we did last episode. The heroes will have time to root around when we get back and see what was going on here. Thanks so much for joining us. Had an absolute blast. We are going to dive into our after show right after this. If you want to hear the after show, consider supporting us on patreon.com/ingloriousbards. A couple bucks get you access to the after show and a whole lot more. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.